Hello everyone, so it's been almost 4 months since the last time I've read your Mario Kart comments. Well, guess what I'm doing today? I'm back to reading what you guys gotta say to me, so without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Let's first get to some comments on my review of Mario Kart DS. First, I gotta shout out We Are Waluigi official channel who commented that this game introduced Waluigi Pinball, so it's obviously one of the best games ever. And my reply to this comment is pretty much as true then as I think it is now. This guy gets it. And next we get to a comment from Mark Steenkiste, who contends that Mario Kart DS is just okay. Now I obviously think it's a good bit better than just okay, but I can get why people may detract from this game a bit. There's a lot of tracks that in this game that just aren't that good, like about half of them I'd say. I mean Figure 8 Circuit, Yoshi Falls, Desert Hills, it's not just the crappy retro tracks. But overall I still think it's a really good game. So next we get to a comment from Fiction Fanboy who says that the blooper is not only annoying, it's useless. And he's right, it is both of those things. I know over my past few years of Mario Kart video making I've harped on the blooper a lot, but seriously, it's gotta go. How does this item keep coming back? Let's be honest, people. How? Now finally we get to a comment from Albert Boris, who also isn't the hugest fan of Mario Kart DS. He said that the roster was a bit disappointing, which compared to Double Dash, yeah, it was. But you guys know my mantra, as long as Waluigi is there, I'm pretty happy. And yes, the Shell Cup is absolutely atrocious. I'd rather play Super Mario Kart than most of the Shell Cup. But he acknowledges the awesomeness of Shine Runners, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Wouldn't it be nice if when they come out with Mario Kart 9, it has Shine Runners and Shine Thief? One can dream. So now let's get to a video where I described what I felt the perfect Mario Kart game would be like. Basically the best tracks from each cup over all of Mario Kart history. So first let's get to a comment from Kingfire 4 Ice Power Other Stuff, who says that Waluigi Pinball is overrated while emphasizing, don't get mad at me. Don't worry, I'm not. He mentioned that he'd still rank it at like number 10, which is fine. Now I do think it's pretty hard to detract from Waluigi Pinball, it's really just that you probably like other tracks better. That's kind of how I feel about Tick-Tock Clock. I think it's a little overrated, not because it's bad, there really isn't many bad things about that track, it's just that other tracks are better. It's just how I feel. Next we get to a comment from Interstellar Galaxy Gamer, who says that the perfect Mario Kart game would include the following things. Mission mode, yes, obviously, adds more depth for us Mario Kart lovers. No clone characters, we all know what that means. 5 different types of Marios is not necessary. Good selection of retro tracks, yes that's true. Mario Kart 7, pretty good model for that. Kart spikes and ATVs, the more vehicles the merrier. And no Honey Queen, I mean, yeah. What did she ever do to deserve a character spot over a certain purple guy that we all love? And next we get to a pretty flattering comment from Mr. Wizardman, who says Nintendo should just hire me to do Mario Kart. Well, that's certainly nice. I guess they can hire me as some sort of creative consultant, some sort of thing like that. But as for actual video game programming, yeah, I'll just trust those guys quite a bit more than me. And finally, we get to a comment from Alonso Perez Olmos, who also has some stuff he'd like in the perfect Mario Kart game. First off, Luigi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to get Luigi. Now, the real question is, will you get the Luigi Death Stare? Then we have the Wild Wing, no bikes. Now, personally, I disagree with no bikes. I think bikes should stay. And wheelies. Wheelies should return, but that's just my opinion. And Wii Rainbow Road and 200cc. Well, 200cc on Wii Rainbow Road would be pretty insane. Not gonna lie. There. Now, to wrap up, let's get to a video I did more recently, the top 8 Mario Kart 7 cups. First, let's get to a comment from Corey3XP, who gave his own ranking. I mean, I did have the Lightning Cup a lot higher on my list, and the Mushroom Cup a lot lower. But one thing we can agree on is that the Flower Cup in this game is the boss. Music Park, Rock Mountain, all that good stuff. Yeah. Next we have a comment from Simon Blocks, and he gave a ranking that was a little more similar to mine. And yeah, I can see having the Star Cup at number 1. Piranha Plant Slide and Maka Woohoo, those are pretty freaking good tracks. Next we get to a comment from Arthur the Cat, who says, all in all, that this is a good game, but nothing beats Mario Kart Wii. Now this feline has got the right idea, folks. That's all I gotta say. So next we got to a comment from Francesc Ruiz. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. He went into pretty big detail with his comment, so I'm only showing his top 3. Now what I'd like to point out here is that he ranked the Lightning Cup as the best, while we had another guy in the comments rank it as the worst. Now personally I ranked it at number 2, but in any case, this is interesting. It seems though that SNES Rainbow Road is what's really polarizing. Frances Ruiz loved SNES Rainbow Road in this game, but he hated the Mario Kart 8 version. Meanwhile, Corey3XP, whose comment I read earlier, said the Lightning Cup was the worst, basically because of SNES Rainbow Road. Now my opinion is that SNES Rainbow Road in Mario Kart 7 is pretty good, and I do think the Mario Kart 8 version is worse. But maybe not significantly worse. That's just my opinion though. Now let's get to a comment from KellyElite528, who also gave a top 8 list. Now he also went into quite a bit of detail, so I'm only going to show the top 3. He ranked the Star Cup at number 1, and he also gave the best and worst track in every cup. And you know when Neo Bowser City can be considered the worst track in a cup, that's probably a pretty good cup. So I see where you're going there. And finally we get to a comment from MarioFan19, and I definitely agree with this list quite a bit. The Banana Cup did indeed screw up Waluigi Pinball with the decided lack of Waluigi, and Coconut Mall did get worse. Flower Cup, Lightning Cup, Star Cup, that's my top 3, just 2 and 3 are switched. And if you're wondering why there's a black line in the middle, this guy had some pretty strong thoughts on Rosalina's Ice World, so I didn't really want to offend anyone in that regard. So that gets to the end of part 8 of reading your Mario Kart comments. Once again, sorry I can't get to everyone's comments, but I have fun interacting with you guys, and I try to get to as many comments I can with the time that I have. So thank you for watching, and bye-bye.